Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Martha Anger. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. President Joe Biden, surrounded by both Republicans and Democrats, signed the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package into law on Monday, which will provide $550 billion of new federal investments over 5 years. The bill includes funding for roads and bridges, mass transit, trains, airports, seaports, and waterways, as well as billions of dollars to improve access to high-speed internet and clean drinking water, money to build a network of plug-in electric vehicle chargers across the country, although the Biden administration says it will take time for Americans to notice the results of the bill's investments. Closing arguments have wrapped up in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, who has pled not guilty to charges of killing 2 people and wounding another during the August 2020 protests that followed the police shooting of Jacob Blake in Wisconsin. Jury deliberations began today, Tuesday. The prosecution and defense presented dramatically different depictions of Rittenhouse's actions. The prosecution claims Rittenhouse was an active shooter who went out looking for trouble, while the defense claims Rittenhouse had to shoot to save himself. Either way, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers announced that 500 National Guard soldiers are on standby in Kenosha in preparation for the jury's verdict announcement. The Pacific Northwest has gotten more rain in the last 2 weeks than they normally see the entire month of November. More than 4.5 million people are under flood alerts, and 14 Washington counties are under a state of emergency. The area was hit by 2 back-to-back atmospheric rivers. That's when massive amounts of rain pour from the sky like rivers. And now streets have turned into rivers. Boats are stranded where cars should be. Homes are filled with muddy water. Interstates are shut down. And some areas are under evacuation advisories. Sadly, more extreme weather is expected to pummel the state of Washington this week. If you live in the Pacific Northwest, stay tuned to Sign1News. We will be posting any emergency press conferences with sign language interpretation. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi warns her fellow Congressmates there won't be a Thanksgiving break until the Build Back Better bill, BBB, is passed. According to the bill, it will create millions of good-paying jobs, enable more Americans to join and remain in the labor force, spur long-term economic growth, and set the country on course to meet its clean energy ambitions. Pelosi says she hopes the vote will happen before the weekend. President Biden held the first Tribal Nations Summit since 2016 at the White House Monday and signed a new 5-stage executive order supporting Native American communities. Some of the key actions include involving 17 federal departments and agencies to protect tribal treaty rights, increasing tribal participation in the management of federal lands, incorporating tribal ecological knowledge in the fight against climate change, taking action to ban gas and oil drilling on sacred Chaco land in New Mexico, and addressing violence against Native Americans. Sesame Street is getting a Korean American character named Ji Young, who is 7 years old. She is set to make her debut in a new Thanksgiving Day special called See Us Coming Together, which will celebrate the diversity of the Asian and Pacific Islander communities. And the man who co-directed the show says this is not a one-time thing. Ji Young will be featured in future seasons of the show. Today is a magical day for Harry Potter fans. 20 years ago today, the world of witchcraft and wizardry came to life on the big screen with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the first Harry Potter movie to hit theaters, kicking off one of the most successful movie franchises ever. People grew up with Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry, Emma Watson, aka Hermione, and Rupert Grint, aka Ron. There are now 8 movies in the full series, and there are costumes, toys, theme park experiences, and even hotel rooms inspired by the series. I have to admit, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I didn't watch all 8 series. I'm more of a Lord of the Rings fan. I've watched 3 of those movies, plus I've read all the books. But don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Harry Potter and the series, but I've only watched 3 of the movies, not all 8. Sign1News will be broadcasting live updates Monday through Friday. Then this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, join us for a live panel of diverse guests to discuss the hot topics of the week. Again, be sure to post your thoughts and comments at any time during any of the live shows. We might even share your comment. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Apple Watch, Amazon, and Roku.